Hey, 大家好, my name is Lei. Today I'm going to talk about problems of living in China. I think you guys all heard enough of the benefits of living in China. So today I'm going to make something different, and that's something that based on my personal experience. I couldn't represent everyone here, but that's my experience. Okay, so coming up with the first reason is that living in China, you will face a problem of work overtime for free. What do I mean by that? Work for 8 hours a day is not a common thing here in China. Taking myself as an example, so some of you guys may heard of my story. I found a job in this software development industry, and I work for a software outsourcing company that is associated with Huawei company. So basically that's a lot of work to do actually. So as a programmer here, a software developer, but to be precisely, you will face this challenge, the challenge of work overtime for free. I've seen 2 times of work overtime. Actually, it's actually not only work overtime, it's work overnight for twice within this less than 2 month days, you know, and it's for free. So, well, you got a compensation of days off, but it's just like if you work overtime for one overnight, then you got then you got a second day off for the daytime, right? Lucky me, I didn't join the party because the project manager says new employee doesn't have to go through this work overnight thing, you know. And let's talk about the people in Huawei, right? Because we do have a lot of co-workers that's from Huawei, and they do work overtime every single working day as well for free. The only difference is that they gotta pay on this Saturday. So it's like most people that work in this software industry, or let's say this software companies, they have to work overtime for free. And it's I don't know, I have never seen someone says no. But you got this compensation that you can later on apply for the day off. So work for 8 hours per day is not common in China, no matter what kind of industry you go, you know. So I used to work as a server in a barbecue restaurant here in China, in Harbin City, and the pay was pretty low. You can't imagine how low I was taking. And the working hours was from 8 in the morning to, the working hours was from 10 in the morning to 10 p.m. at night. So you see how many hours you do have to work in China, right? And a lot of people, for example, if you work as a salesperson in one of those shopping malls, then you probably have to work like 10 hours or 12 hours a day, you know. Most of them, they don't have 2 days off in each week. They only have 4 days off in a month. That's what most people do here in China, right? So that's being said that if you find a job in China, you'll probably end up like this. Otherwise, well, you may have 2 days off, and then you consider as one of the lucky guy. What about the other occupations? Well, I can assure you that most of jobs that you take in China, they expect you can work overtime for free. And that's pretty common, and that's pretty shady as well. To work as an employee in China, you will have also faced the the on-call thing. So maybe your boss can call you at night. No one can promise that, and you can't guarantee your vacation, at least for some of occupations. For example, I've talked to a few friends of mine that also do working as software developers, and they were told me, like, you know, work overtime for free. It's pretty common. Some of them have to work from 8:30 to 9 p.m. because no one else in the company could leave that early, so he just follows up the other people. And some of my co-workers, I have the feeling that they just bought their ass for 9-6. without saying anything. So there was like no one is going to say no to this work overtime for free thing. So it's pretty common, and I don't like it personally. Some of you guys may ask me like, hey Lei, what about the other occupations such as delivery guys or some other, you know, the easy jobs? Well, I have to say that's not easy here in China. So work overtime, yeah, I guarantee you, if you find a job like those one of the delivery guys, you can try it because it's related to your payment. So most people in China, this seems to be adapted to this work schema pretty well. Well, if you are young, you work overtime and sometimes overnight for free, it's acceptable. Well, if you're thinking this way, you can, you know, learn something from your work. Well, but what if you have a family here in China? Imagine that you have to work till 8 p.m. as normal hours, or sometimes 9 or 10, or even overnight sometimes. Well, do you have time to do some other works, or do you have time to spend with your family? No, I doubt it. This is one thing that seems most people in China cannot get rid of. Some people may ask me like, well, you know, in China the law says this and that, but the fact is that well, we do have a lot of people, and you can't resist. Because if you want to resist your boss, well, to tell you what, you can get fired in the next minute, and they will find someone to replace your position. Pretty simple, right? And there was one day that I attended to a conference in my company, and that was because some of the leaders from Huawei was visiting the company and had this conference with my team. So I was there and I listened to this conference the whole time. So the leader said that I know you people were so hard during this time because our project is going to publish online, and so the leader said that you know, we have gone through the same thing in many years ago, because he's now the leader of the team, so he don't have to work this hard, I guess. But you know, there was one guy from our company, from our outsourcing company, said that the other co-worker even didn't change his underwear during this COVID lockdown situation. You know, for 1 week he didn't change his underwear. So we all laughed it, but the leader from Huawei just said, okay, I know it's pretty hard for you guys. Everyone has gone through the same or similar situation. You know, we work overtime, just quite normal, and I think we can go through this. You know, and that's it. I thought, come on, don't you give some compensation, such as you're gonna raise a salary for him or not? Eventually, the guy from Huawei just said, okay, I know it's tough, but we have to really work hard to compete with the US, with the other software companies, and we are going to make the best of the best ERP system in the entire China, and not even and maybe even in the world, in the entire world. And I was like, what the heck? So you just like saying something motivative to the employee, and without raising any salaries. Okay. So now I have some ideas about why my father always wanted me to work as a civil servant. Because working in the government, at least you can ensure your 8 hours per day for some of the position, and you got a pretty good welfare. So here's a number one thing that I think it's a problem to live in China. And the second problem you all face in China is the air pollution. Believe it or not, those numbers from the weather forecast, either from the weather forecast or from some other different air quality detecting websites, are unbelievable. Wait, are not not unbelievable, are not trusted. Why do I say that? Well, you know that I found this by myself. Like you know, I have come up with this question for long time ago, because when I checked the weather forecast, it says the air quality is under 50, which means it's the green color. It indicates as a green color, which means it's not harmful for your health. But actually, when I breathe in the air, I can feel the difference between this fresh air, what do you call the fresh air, and the harmful air quality. You know what I mean? So I did a little research on Google and on Baidu as well. So it says because China has adapting the different standard than the other countries, the air quality index number that you can check on weather forecast is pretty different. I know the forecast device they use in China all the same. They are all using the same one, the same data resource, the same data source, sorry. But the number is different. So I can give you a website that track this weather forecast, the air quality for the real numbers. And if you check that one, for example, let me just check it pretty quick on my phone. So I'm using this Xiaomi phone. The air quality index is 38. As you guys can see, it's 38. And it says good, right? But actually, let me check on my phone real quick. See, it's 80. It's actually 80, which means it's not that good, right? So because I came from a small village from the northeast of China, right? And I've been to New Zealand, I've been to Malaysia. I feel it's the fresh air many times, almost every day, you know, previously. But here in China, I can assure you that the air quality is definitely not that number. So here's the second thing, the air quality problem in China that everyone has to face it, and it's a long-term thing. And even if you have the money, but as long as you live in China, you cannot get away from this thing, the air quality issue, right? And yeah, so Shenzhen has zero of COVID cases right now, but I'm still wearing this mask, not for the protection from COVID cases. It's also from this air quality issue, you know. So, but I don't know if this filter is working or not. But it's KN95 standard, so at least it can protect me a little bit away from this bad air quality. So you see, even the sky is blue, which I believe I have said a long time ago in another video. Remember that blue sky doesn't mean the air quality is good. No, better to record this way, right? Alright, now it comes to the third problem that we will have in China, and it's much more related to my personal preferences. It's riding a motorbike here in Shenzhen, it's illegal. Believe it or not, motorcycle is banned in China, in a lot of cities in China. From what I know, Xi'an hasn't banned motorcycle, so it's I consider Xi'an as a motorcycle friendly city. But for other cities such as this major city, Shenzhen and Beijing, Shanghai, even Harbin, not the first tier city, has banned motorcycles. So which means motorcycle is illegal thing. Can you tell me a second country has put motorcycle as an illegal thing, as an illegal transport in the world? I think this policy is stupid because, well, because it's not harmful for most people, but it's really hurt my mood. Because I love motorcycle, I love to ride motorcycles. I would pick motorcycle rather than a car in a rainy day, you know. But here is a pin. I couldn't have a motorbike here legally in Shenzhen. I don't know, it's just weird policy, right? So this is the third problem that you will face in China. Anyway, that's all about this video. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Till next time on Lay's channel.